Hey guys, what's going on? Jimmy Gavalis, the kitchen cabinet guy. In this episode, we're going to look at frameless cabinetry. Frameless cabinetry, unlike framed cabinetry, don't have frames. Duh. So when you're looking at a cabinet box and you open the cabinet box, there's no frame that provides the stability necessary in a frame cabinet because the frame cabinet has thinner sides. In a frameless cabinet, the sides are thicker. Typically 3/4 of an inch, some are 5/8, but typically it's 3/4 of an inch. So the 3/4 of an inch is enough to keep the cabinet stable. The frameless product is very different than the frame product in that the hinging is different, the box construction and the frame is completely different. There's no frame in a frameless. And the ability to provide a Euro or modern look is much better with a frameless product. That's why in a lot of coastal cities and the East Coast, the West Coast of the country, and metro areas that have these luxury rentals, they tend to be frameless cabinetry because of the ability to look like a Euro look or a modern look. The hinges used in a frameless box are true European hinges that have 6-way adjustability, up, down, in, out, left, and right. So it allows you to, unlike a frame cabinet, where you have the frame that gives you a little leeway with the door because the door is smaller than the overall box width and height. The door on this must be adjusted with the hinge. The hinge gets mounted to the side of the box, the actual box itself, rather than the frame on a frame product. The difference between a frameless kitchen cabinet box and a framed kitchen cabinet box, in my opinion, the main difference is the ability for the installer to properly mount the cabinetry for you. This is what I mean. A frameless box requires a lot more work. Since there's no frame on the box, the cabinet can rack. Based on the quality level, obviously, that can differ, but a semi-custom stock especially, or semi-custom product that is frameless, it will move a little bit. So now if an installer just throws screws in wherever, that cabinet can shift and rack, and then when you try to close the door, then it doesn't line up correctly. And that's where the hinges come in, and you'll be able to adjust for that difference in the way it was mounted. However, you could only adjust so much. So on our end, as a vendor, as a distributor of many kitchens every single year, we always like to inform the client, if it's an end user, or just discuss with the contractor or the installer the fact that they're putting in a frameless cabinet. They need to be a little more careful about the cabinetry being level and not just throwing screws in without consideration to racking the cabinet. The frameless cabinet is very popular in the States. The product has gained momentum since it first started with the Europeans. The Europeans introduced the frameless system to the world, and we adapted it here, I guess in a heavy way in maybe the 80s. I'm not sure. I don't believe it was around in the 70s. I believe it was in the 80s, and from there on forward, it's been a heavy hitter. It dominates a lot of sales, especially on the East Coast and West Coast of the country. I personally prefer a frameless product because a frameless product allows for a modern look, which tends to be the style that I like. You can get traditional with frameless as well. You can put a wood door with a panel detail on a frameless box. That's often done. It allows for a transitional feel, and with embellishments and columns and heavy moldings, you could do a traditional look with a frameless box as well. That's easily done. So you have to decide which you prefer better, framed or frameless. Good luck with your project.